Hi everyone, this is going to be a review of the Icarer case for the Surface Pro 4. Now I do apologize because this review will be a bit clumsy and I don't have any professional equipment or any real skill with making videos, but because there aren't any reviews for this particular product on the internet right now, I thought I would make one for everyone to see. Now, this is the actual leather case itself, currently mounted on my Surface Pro 4. This is the box it came in. I mean, it's just a box. It came with this tag over here with usage instructions. Effectively, it says to keep the case away from any grease, dirt, and other chemicals, which is it's true, but it's kind of hard to do that because there's always going to be grease on your fingers and you're always going to be touching this case. So, I mean, good luck with that. It also comes with a little piece of leather to show you that this is in fact genuine leather, and it is very nice leather in my opinion. It is waxed and polished, and this is one particular style that the case comes in. It also comes in a black color with an alligator kind of pattern on it, and a natural brown as well. Now you can see that this case is made out of, well, completely covered in leather. Effectively, it's a plastic case. The inside is plastic, but that plastic has been covered with leather. And you can see that there is a natural pattern on this, and this pattern will be unique for every single case, obviously. There are perhaps small imperfections like this little line down here, but that's to be expected because this is a natural leather product. Now, there are also imperfections with the actual case itself, and that's because this is a handmade case. And you can tell you can quite clearly see it's handmade just by the kind of imperfections over here. You can really see it on the actual folds around the corners. If I can get this to focus over there, you can see that some worker somewhere in the world has got this piece of leather and actually folded it by hand around this corner, and I guess that's resulted in these kind of creases and folds. And if you're buying a natural leather case that's been handmade, these imperfections are something you kind of have to deal with, unfortunately. Another kind of imperfection is the actual hole for the headphone jack. You can see that it isn't aligned very well, and you really can't use this with any headphones that have a large headphone jack. The only headphones that really fit through this hole, because it's so close to the edge, are the Apple the Apple AirPods. Those are really the only ones that I can make it work with. Other headphones have jacks that are too big for this, and that is one con of this case, unfortunately. You can see that the case effectively just covers these four corners, and there's nothing on the sides, and that leaves room for the ventilation on the top, as you can see, and the power buttons. It leaves room for the ports and the charging port on the side over here. It leaves room for the pen on this side, and it leaves room for the keyboard case connector on the bottom. So everything is still quite accessible with this case, which is quite nice. The actual case itself hooks onto the surface through these little lips on the side here. There's one over here, and there's one over here, and that's it. They are quite easy to push off, as you can see. And I mean, as long as you don't push it off, as long as you don't physically push it off yourself, it will stay put, and that's quite good, honestly. But that's how it's held on. That's how it holds onto the surface. It also holds onto the kickstand these little plastic pieces over here. If I push out the kickstand, you can see how it actually grabs onto it. And this is quite nice. A lot of Surface Pro 4 cases don't actually attach to the kickstand, so it's nice to see one that does. And by doing this, it actually preserves the functionality of the kickstand, which is obviously pretty important to the Surface itself. When you actually open the kickstand, you can see that these corner protectors jut out a bit, and therefore the Surface rests on these leather corner protectors. I don't know how long that will last, or whether that will bend after some time, but for now it's holding up pretty well. Again, only time will really tell whether that will last and remain sturdy for, or into the future. One of the other things to note with this case is that because of the thickness of the leather itself, the case actually prevents the Surface from being opened or folded out to its maximum angle. And let's push it down to the maximum angle that it can go with this case on. You can see that this right here is the maximum angle. And again, that's because this leather, the leather case, is preventing it from folding out any further. And that is just another con of this case. You will have to get used to it if you want to use this case. Thought I'd let you know, because I didn't really think about that before. One of the other things with this case is, if I push out the corner again, you can see that the back is coated in a nice black felt, which I guess protects the back of your device. It's quite nice, and quite a nice touch as well. Clipping back on there. The case also comes with a nice little leather loop for your pen, which you can pull out. The pen also it can still attach magnetically to the device, as you just saw. But if you want to keep it a bit more secure, you can put it into the loop, and it will still, as you can see, it'll still attach magnetically to the device itself. That is pretty much the entire overview of the actual case itself. Again, it is quite a nice case. It does have a few flaws, but for the 36 Australian dollars I paid for this, which is probably like 30 odd US dollars at the current time of this review, it is very, very affordable, and it's extremely affordable considering it's a leather case. So hopefully you like this review. Hopefully it provided some insight into this case. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.